I'm Steve Ezikian, said, and I'm married. We've been married for 34 years. We have 4 kids. As some of you have guessed, Ethan is my son, and he gets his good looks from his mom and his height from, we're not sure where. Our youngest child is British, way British. Our third oldest is reading. And our second oldest child is Taylor, and she's married to Scott. And she lives in the west side of the state. Taylor was born with a very complicated heart defect called hypoplastic left heart syndrome. This is when the left side ventricle does not develop at all in the womb. After she was born, she was taken to Children's Hospital in Detroit, where they explained that a 3-part surgical process that would replumb the blood connections between the heart, lungs, and body. Her heart-lung circulatory system would not work like ours does, but it would function enough to sustain her life. But after the second surgery, when she was around 18 months old, one of the heart valves began to fail, and the doctors at Children's Hospital essentially told us there was nothing else they could do. Denise began to search for different answers and came across information about Dr. Edward Beauvais, a pediatric heart surgeon at U of M, who pioneered surgical procedures with children with Taylor's condition. We met with him and he agreed to treat her. The first step would be to replace the failing heart valve, which initially turned out to be a great success. But within 2 weeks, Taylor was fading fast, and it was finally realized that blood had clotted around her new heart valve that wasn't working. Taylor went to cardiac arrest. And Denise and I were swept away into a private room. We were devastated, and our prayers were desperate. Minutes seemed like an eternity passed. Finally, a nurse came in and told us that they were able to revive her, and she was being taken to surgery to replace the valve and fitted with pacemaker. That surgery was successful, and Taylor did well for many years. Several more surgeries followed. Some were open heart to complete the replumbing process, and some dealt with the pacemaker and other issues. When she was around 15, she was in for one of those procedures, and we found out that an infection had reached her heart. This was devastating because the artificial material in her heart, the valve, and other things make infection very difficult to treat and deal with. My instincts as a dad around all my kids for everything has always been to protect and fix. This was something I could not fix, and the anguish mounted. I was driving home that evening to take care of the other kids, and as I was driving up US 23, the anguish in my heart swelled, and suddenly I just screamed out, "I'm terrified of you, God." Terrified because I had no control, and He had it all. Before Taylor went into the hospital for that procedure, I had been reading the book of Job. Job is the Old Testament story of a righteous man who had everything taken away from him, and a story that illustrates God as the author of the good and pleasurable as well as all calamity in life. There's a profound summary of the message of the book of Job in chapter 13, verse 15. It says, "Though he slays me, yet I will hold him." After I contemplated that outburst in the car towards God, I thought, was it indignant? Was it disrespectful? Was it blasphemous? I finally realized that at the moment of the outburst, something clicked in me. I understood something significant about who God is, something Job realized after 42 chapters. That God is the God of everything. He is the God of our prosperity and of our poverty, the sunshine and the storm. And that because He is the author, it is all good. And that my scream heading up north on US 23 was not blasphemy, but actually worship. There was a song that was popular in the early 2000s by Matt Redman. The first few verses go as follows. "Blessed be your name in the land that is plentiful, where your streams of abundance flow. Blessed be your name. Blessed be your name when I am found in the desert place, though I walk through the wilderness. Blessed be your name. Every blessing you pour out, I will turn back to praise. When the darkness closes, still I will say, blessed be your name." Amen.